pressed so hard they could not stand.
Let my people go.
So the Lord said, go down.
Go down.
Moses,
way
down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaohs to let my people go.
Let my people go.
So you're saying no one lives here?
Not right now. But
anyway, we're not gonna walk around this house because I don't know. Look at all the way this thing grew up around here.
They used to hold family reunions here.
Yeah, Azali and them used to live in this house, but it used to be a family house. Gordon Dixon built this house.
Yep.
Okay.
He did.
Because they took pictures on the porch.
Yep.
So that's how old that house is. And look at it, it's just falling down. Somebody need to do something with it.
1800s.
Yep.
1800s?
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
What?
I'm gonna see if anybody in here.
What are you gonna do? No. Everybody stay right here.
Why?
What you gonna do? Somebody is there.
No, he just want to see if somebody home.
So I know you're probably wondering, like, what is this? Why is he doing this? Some time ago, I realized I didn't know a lot of my family members from generations before, whether it be a great uncle or even a grandfather. And I felt like for generations to come, the next kids need to be able to know who their great uncles were, who their great aunts were, and be able to connect with them in a way they can follow for years to come. So put together this documentary to kind of tell the story and the history of where we come from as Brinsons, and hopefully this will be something that could last for generations to come. I don't know, maybe people can find value out of it. Maybe people can find relatives that they never knew existed. It helped me to understand my path a little bit better, and hopefully it'll help you. So sit back and enjoy, and look forward to seeing you in the future.
Our family history begins with Louis Brinson, born in 1860. He was married to Nancy Brinson, and together they had 7 children, one of which was our ancestor, George W. Brinson. George was born in 1898, and he was married to Marie Brinson, and together they had one child, James Edward Brinson, born 1925. On the maternal side of the family, it began in the first generation with Gordon Dixon. Gordon was born in 1855, son of a slave owner. He was able to inherit land at an early age. He married Betsy Hillsman. Together, they would eventually have a total of 20 children. 2 of them were stillborn, but the other 18 survived and flourished throughout life. Out of those 18 children, our ancestor, Mary Jane Moss Dixon, was born in 1888. She eventually had 3 children. Out of those 3 children, our ancestor, Dear Ma, also known as Betsy Ann Moss, was born in 1924. James was initially married to Betsy Ann Moss, who was born in 1924. And together, they had a total of 6 children. My grandfather, James Edward Brinson, also had 3 additional children. Together, these 9 children make up what I consider the 4th generation.
Let me try to act right.
Okay. Alright. Need some water or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna be good.
So
What do you got expensive ass equipment?
sit up for me.
What do you get there?
I borrowed it. You gotta see it for yourself. It's funny.
I said I'm not a good, talk.
Right, that's fine.
You see, you get it at a discount, somebody stole it for you and brought it to you at a discount.
I'm sure I did not give you a discount. Who you are, what you know, who you know, what your experience is.
Okie dokie. Is this camera here, right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kind.
Diva.
Greedy.
I ain't gonna say that part. That means I love. Ain't though we have our ups and downs. But no matter what, family. I still love.
Strong.
Head of the family. Out of all of the head of our family. No, now. My siblings, all our siblings, she's in charge.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Mullins, the oldest sister. I'm of the fourth generation, the eldest child of Betsy and James Brinson. And then there's George Michael. That was Billy, who is deceased. And then Mary Maria and Andre.
Well, they had 9 children. Well, not exactly. There's Donald, there's Michelle, there's Canaris. There's an old saying, Papa was a rolling stone, boom, boom, boom. Because he was a rolling stone, plenty of children to come from that, plenty. We're a blended bunch, what can I say?
My daddy was, to a degree, a person that when he was around us, he was very disciplined also. He maintained some type of obedience. But he wasn't around a lot. He and my mother, for whatever reason, were not able to make it.
I still respected the man because I'm a true believer in the Bible. And my brother, on the other hand, don't give a flip.
No, I was very angry with my dad because he left my mother and he mistreated her, and he's the cause of her dying early because it was a lot of stress on her. I was really angry. You know how boys get upset when you mistreat their mama? Well, I was highly upset because of the way he treated my mama. I didn't like it.
He was kind of a spoiled child. He was the only child. He was a spoiled child, and he just wanted to continue to kind of have his way, even as a grown man. But that's the type of person he was.
When I think about my dad, a lot of times I spent with my dad was at his parents' house, which was my grandmother and grandfather. I do remember things like him coming by for Christmas, him being there for Christmas. My brother Donald really got to spend a lot of time with my father. I was so young.
I just remember all those good things of him coming home and going to work and trying to take care of his family. You have the goods and you have his bads, but you know, I miss him a lot. You know, the best part of it is knowing that I was able to be in his life while he was here. That makes a difference.
My dad tried to make it up to me in the end. When I got married and I was staying in Decatur and I had the house in Decatur, he tried to make it up to me in a lot of ways. I forgave him, but it took me a long time to forgive him.
He got a chance to apologize for a lot of things that he did. He apologized about not being there as a father and a husband. He asked for forgiveness, and I looked him in his face and I told him, I do forgive you, Dad, and I just want to move on from that point on, not knowing that I would lose my dad a couple of years after losing my mom.
That's emotional. Wow. I ain't gonna get emotional on that one, but through it all, as a father myself, you don't get a handbook. on how to be a parent or a father. Do I appreciate the time that I had with him? Most definitely, you know. But the most of it was when he apologized. That let me know I had to forgive him. At the age of 22, when your parent tell you that they apologize for not being there for you, you have a duty to accept or not to accept it. Now you can do whatever you want to do with that, but I chose to accept it and to look at it as if he done what he had to do, you know, and he did the best he could, you know, from the cards he was dealt. You know, I don't hold that against him, because if I do that, hell, my kids will hold things against me.
The only thing I can remember about my father is that he was my father. I don't have, only memory I have of him coming around me was when he was walking up the street one day. I think I was about 4. And I still see this to this day. He had some woman with him.
I said, George, did you see Dad? And he said, yeah. George says, who was that in the car? I said, that lady that lived down the street.
And I ran and I told my mama, look, Daddy coming up and he got some lady with him.
Well, right there on the ground was an old rocking chair. It had been broken. The part that rocks back and forth, that was laying on the ground. She picked that up. And I said, that's strange, she picked it up.
And I asked my mom, where you gonna rest here? Don't worry about it, boy. Just go on back up there and sit on the porch, you'll see.
And my mama whipped out that rocking chair and laid her on the ground.
Took a rocking chair, beat her mama and everybody in that family. They couldn't do shit with my mama.
I can still remember my mom told, I'm not beating you because of him. I'm beating you because you let my daughter see you with him.
Yep.
Calm.
Quiet.
Cheap.
Spoiled.
Baby of the family, spoiled like a motherfucker. Can't read and write.
One word.
Oh, I said too many?
Yeah, just one word.
Okay, spoiled.
All right.
My mother spoiled.
Mud.
My name is Ronald Andre Brinson. I'm the 4th generation of the Brinsons. I'm 63 years old now, but my brother, I grew up in Dixie Hill. Type 1995, Type Flower Drive. I grew up as a kid, the baby kid. It was rough, but we made it. I remember ketchup sandwiches, banana sandwiches, called Michael, George were working 2 jobs, and they took care of those kids. They did took care of.
Nigga, I put diapers on. You never put no diaper on me. And I try to explain that to Andre and Marie now. It's like chain of command. You know what chain of command is? If you're a private in the army and you got to go, you want to be a general, the general has got more power than a captain or a colonel. Yeah, rank. Well, at the same time. By the same time, I'm the second oldest child. Motherfucker, do what I goddamn tell you. You know, hell, I'm the second oldest child, motherfucker.
But he did a Trailway. But he wore that Greyhound and Trailway. Him and Michael, wore that Trailway. And they took care of, because Mama was gone to Indiana.
Caring.
Arrogant. You gonna get me for that.
My brother.
Contentious sometimes.
Me and him was like running buddies. Everything he see me do, he try to do it. I taught him how to drive a truck. I taught him how to ride a motorcycle. Very close.
Always trying to help somebody. Oh, okay, one word.
I'm my mama's second son and the cutest one. Can I remember my name? My name is James Michael Brinson. I am the 4th generation of Brinsons. I am 71 years old.
You all appreciate it.
But my mama graduated from high school at 15. She graduated from Spelman College, if I'm not mistaken, at 21. She started in there at 16, which is almost unheard of even today. My mama was a country lady till she got to the city. Then she became a city lady. That's when she changed her whole role.
That mama was the strength that I believe that I'm trying to follow. She was very strong and very smart. At one point she became a single parent and she ruled as if you still had you know, your father and mother there. So we were very obedient to her because she just was a very strong individual that I did admire. She did not play.
My mama was nothing to play with. She exposed us as younger kids to like traveling, growing things. She could grow things like a garden, flowers, anything. You know, she had a green thumb. She basically could do anything.
You all appreciate it. Dear mama.
Do y'all remember when we was young and they had them family reunions in Sparta with Aunt Melvina? She made the nastiest hot dogs I ever ate.
Do you all remember one time we were down in the country? We had to spend, you know, a lot of summers. So I was the oldest one, and we was gonna steal grandmama's car at night and go back ride.
Sometimes I'm out there on I-20 and I'm going to a South Carolina and Augusta on I-20. And every time I pass that spot, I go, hey mama, hey little mama, hey Azalee, hey Uncle Sam.
Okay.
I swear I do.
Okay.
Some of your kin folks from years and years back.
Oh, there's Gordon and Betsy.
Yep, that's the one I'm talking about.
Wow.
How about 1876?
How about 1855?
Yep, now that's the one right there, Gordon and Betsy.
Good-hearted.
Difficult but loving.
Kind and generous. Well, generous.
Love.
Quiet.
Great.
Try to be successful and be honest. Don't be like me. I do a lot of illegal shit here lately.